So then, welcome back to Bordeaux. Here is the biggest day in Bordeaux's history. Champions League Semi-Final against Manchester United, who beat Real Madrid 4-0 in their last leg. And Arsenal play Liverpool, who will be the other finalist. So let's get kicked off with what happened since last episode, and then we'll kick off in that first leg of the Champions League. Since that last episode, a 2-1 win over Rennes. Ringer Merveld getting 2 goals in that one in the 7th and the 70th minute. 5-0 win over Marseille in the French Cup semi-final, which means we'll play at Paris Saint-Germain for the final episode of the Bordeaux save. Wergy with 2, Merveld from the penalty spot, Jamir and Michele on the goal for that. 5-0 win at home. PSG, who we will face in that French Cup final, Boadi with a hat-trick. 2 headers and then a penalty gave PSG all 3 points in that one. So double header against Manchester United in this one, Marseille in midweek, which we'll skip through, and then we'll finish with either a Champions League final or a French Cup final for next episode. So for this game, Rudy is only fit for the bench, not really fit even for that. So Ramos starts in goal. Diego, Anselmino and Bayo and Lorenzo make up the back four with Bricu, Compare, Jamir, Boucher and Wamba Michele and Wergy up front. Let's look at this Manchester United team then. Chevalier, former PSG player. Another French Euro with Matthijs de Ligt. Cambiasso, Maino, Mora, Wharton, Kulusevski, Jay Robinson and Ousmane Dembele. On the bench includes Tenas and Baimo and Pedro Porro. And one of the weirdest football manager's names I've seen is Bigot and Dongola. Bigot and Dong-ala. Right then, Champions League semi-final at home. They're the best out there. Just have fun. We were not supposed to reach the Champions League latter stages, but now we're in the semi-finals. Why can't we go on with it? Bricu, Delit on the ball for Manchester United. Forward to Kulusevski, knocks it down towards Mainu on Wamba Michele, doing well on tracking back. They're definitely not our first choice left side with Varela out, suspended for this one, and then Lorenzo. Cross deep from Michele, only finished on the edge of the box. Manchester United get away with that one. Our top scorer and top assister, Jules Rullier, isn't fit for this one. Should be fit for the second leg should we need him. And as I said before, Varela suspended. Jay Robinson wins it back for Manchester United, down to Cambiasso, Kobe Mainu. As a Manchester United fan, nice to face Manchester United. If it's going to be a team that knocks us out, it would be Manchester United. Nice to see Kobe Mainu and Lenny Yoro, 2 of the bigger youngsters that you want to build a team around. Adam Wharton's in behind. Adam Wharton, that former Crystal Palace and Blackburn player, I think, but gives Manchester United the 1-0 lead after 19 minutes. Corner from Bordeaux, 40 minutes on the clock, and Wamba Michele to take in towards the area. Wergy on the rebound, just heads up, hits the top of the net, but not the side of the net that we really need. Passani with the free kick from Manchester United just before the half-time whistle. Takes it short to Kulusevski, to Passani, to Kobe Mainu, back to Yoro, into Cambiasso, and there is the half-time whistle. Manchester United 1, Bordeaux 0. Another corner from Bordeaux just after the half-time whistle. Jamir has Lorenzo for company, just choose him. Jamir, back to Lorenzo, cross deep to Compare, he's got all the space. Takes him a while to bring it down there. Boucher shot blocked. And Bayo with the ball from deep for us. Diego to Bricu to Compare. Wergy. Boucher on his edge. Uses the edge of his foot. Somehow got a deflection. I thought he just hit that over. Wamba Michele with the corner for Bordeaux. 14 minutes in. Looks like Bordeaux are trying to take this game to Manchester United in the second leg. Michele knocks it in towards Compare. Maino away. Out to Bricu, edge of the box. Left foot strike, but over the bar. Another corner from Bordeaux, 58 minutes on the clock. Seems to be all Bordeaux in this second leg. Wergy can't quite win that. Wharton away, only to Benoit Boucher. Not sure how Wergy didn't get that tap in. Darren Fletcher's the Manchester United manager. Yeah, then last couple of minutes of this one, created 2 XG, but not quite enough to beat Manchester United on this day. Unless we can do something in the last 4 minutes of added time. And Solmino, out to Michaela Wharton from the goal scorer, wins that one back, and Compore straight to Brian Mbua off the bench. Good save by Ramos to keep it at 1-0. Manchester United over corner in extra time. Ousmane Dembele to take into 4 minutes of added time in this first leg. That Adam Wharton goal just in the earlier in the game has Manchester United's lead. Ousmane Dembele quite happy to take as long as he likes with this one. Cross the ball in towards Euro, Wergy away. Benoit Boucher has to move around the referee. Mora wins the back from him. Boucher works well to get that one back. Shamir down the right hand side into Boucher again. Boucher turns. Wergy is on one-on-one against Chevalier. First one hits the post, and second one Wergy hits into the back of the net. 91 minutes of 94 in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final. Manchester United 1, Bordeaux 1, and now so we'll take it into the second leg as Darren Fletcher's Manchester United had the lead from the 19th minute all the way up to the 91st, and then Bordeaux got their equaliser. In midweek, Bordeaux's poor performance adds to a disappointing defeat as Kevin Thuram's goal gives Marseille the resurrection over Bordeaux after beating them in this French Cup semi-final. After beating Arsenal 5-4 over the 2 legs, Liverpool will play the final list in the Champions League of this fixture at Old Trafford to host it. Here is the Bordeaux lineup with Ramos in goal, Jegu, Anselmino, and Bayo and Varela comes back into the team. Breaker, Campari, Jamir, Boucher, and top scorer and top assister Rudier is not quite match fit for this one, but it's the Champions League semi-final, and Wergy starts up front. So then here we go, second leg of the Champions League, all to play for both teams. Liverpool in the final for the winner. It looks like a pretty similar team for Manchester United as well. Jegu out to Boucher, first row highlight from Bordeaux. Rudier down the left. If anyone's going to do something, it will be him. Kulusevski, good defensive work rate from him. Up to Ousmane Dembele. Definitely got the pace to burn through our team. Ousmane Dembele on his right foot. Pretty tame shot at Ramos. First shot of the game at 15 minutes in. Still 1-1 on aggregate. Still 0-0 on the night. Long ball from Ramos up to Wergy. Will chase. The Euro to Maino. Over to J. Robinson on the left. Inside, but Campari wins the ball back for Bordeaux. Jegu up to Jamir. Jamir taking on the left back. Jamir down the right. There's a lot of Manchester United players. Euro away. Rudier to Campari, shot from distance over the bar. Deep free kick for Manchester United. 41 minutes on the clock. Theatra to takes his shot towards the leg, but Rudier cuts that one out. So Wergy with a deep free kick for Bordeaux into the back post. Jegu brings that one down to Jamir edge of the box into Campari, shot blocked by Pisani. Jegu out to Anselmino, just crowded out by Ousmane Dembele. Still shot from Jegu. Chevalier knocks that one back for a corner. Still 0-0. More on the ball for Manchester United. Kulusevski finds Kobe Mainu. Kobe Mainu looks for a teammate. Out to Cambiasso at left back. Still 0-0 in this one. Robinson 1-2 with Mainu. J. Robinson into the box for Manchester United. On his right foot into the bottom corner. Ramos got a good hand on it, but couldn't prevent it from going to the goal. Manchester United have the lead at Old Trafford and the lead on the leg. Very low on the ball for Bordeaux. 1-0 and all to do. Porro wins it back from Rudier up to Wergy. Down to Jules Rudier. Not quite match fit for this one. Maybe if he was match fit, might have a better chance for Bordeaux. Campari down to Varela. Long ball up to Benoit Boucher, but Yoro reads that one out for a throw-in. The last 15 minutes now. Benoit Boucher driving forward for Bordeaux down the left. has Varela at full company. Varela has to turn back and find Mbaye from defence. Gets it back from Mbaye, finds Campari in midfield. Briku edge of the box, running through the Manchester United team, finds the bottom corner, shot across Lucas Chevalier. 77 minutes in, Briku has his second goal of the Champions League, and Bordeaux have their equaliser. 77 minutes in, 1-1 on the night, 2-2 on aggregate, and the game's levelled up yet again. Bordeaux, doesn't matter how many times this team has been thrown down, they always stand back up. Big sign of Bordeaux, taking them from semi-professional all the way to a Champions League semi-final, and they're still not sitting down. Cambiasso to Wharton, Teatra to Yaro. Big 12 minutes in the Champions League for both clubs. Mora finds Moss, one of the players we were trying to scout, has been getting a player of the month in the recent Premier League games for Manchester United, so should be a big player for him. Pedro Porro into Moss, into Usman Dembele on his left foot, shot, finds the bottom corner, just had too much power on it for Ramos, gets his 10th goal in 16 matches for Manchester United in the Champions League, and it's 2-1, 3-2 in aggregate, 10 minutes left to play. Pedro Porro with a free kick for Manchester United, 3 minutes left to play plus added time. Pedro Porro with the free kick, still 2-1. Porro taking his time with the free kick, will whip it in. Yoro knocks it down to Teatra, and of course that French sounding name is going to put this one out of sight and out of any reasonable comeback from Bordeaux, barring a VR decision, but the goal is awarded. So then, unfortunately, there isn't a Champions League final to end this Bordeaux save after a 3-1 loss at Old Trafford against Manchester United, 4-2 in aggregate, and Bordeaux could knock out of the Champions League, and Manchester United will face Liverpool in the Champions League final. So then, next episode and the last episode, Bordeaux face PSG in the French Cup. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.